Hey guys, May Flom here, and today I wanted to share a quick little video. I don't actually have one of these, so I've been scrapping since I was 7 years old, so for more than 30 years, nice long time, and I love it. But one of the questions I've been getting a lot recently is, where do I even begin? It's so overwhelming. There's so much to know. Well, here's the thing, like any hobby, you just have to start somewhere. My recommendation, if you really want to keep it simple, get some cream cardstock and or get some craft cardstock, which is like shopping bag brown. Get some cream and get some craft. Just get 2 colors of cardstock. Okay? And I would probably suggest either a multicolor stack like this that has a whole bunch of different colors, or just get white and black letter stickers. Okay, I would just start here and get yourself a good pen. I like the Pigma Micron pen in the 05 and 03 sizes. These are journaling pens. These pens work really well. They're really smooth, but they're also archival ink, which means the ink's not going to fade. It means you don't have to worry about a thing. These are going to be great pens for you to get started with. The other thing I would recommend, and this is assuming you want to make a scrapbook with the full pages, there are lots of other options. We can look at pocket pages, little mini books that you can make. You can take a little notebook and turn that into a scrapbook. The base paper is just if you want to make your own pages, okay? If you want to work on an existing page, then you skip that part. After you start to get comfortable with your photos and just putting a few words down, maybe, you can maybe look at, I would suggest looking at some washi tape. I mean, I picked some up at Target the other day, so it's everywhere. Some little colorful washi tapes, they're fun because they're semi-sheer and they'll add some color and some pattern, but they're easy to work with. You don't even need scissors. They just snip right off on your finger. So I'd recommend maybe a few of those, and maybe if you see a sticker sheet. Now, I'm not talking about anything super fancy, but if you maybe see a sheet of stickers that catches your fancy, or maybe a little packet of die cuts, which essentially think stickers without the sticky. If something like that catches your eye, that's great. But you really don't need much. You don't need pattern papers. You don't need all kinds of other goodies. I do a lot of videos with those things, and I love those things, but if you're starting out, you don't need them. So now what I want to share with you is just a couple quick tips. I'm assuming here that you want to build a cohesive scrapbook album. If you have some paper, maybe you have some stickers or some washi tape or something like that, you have a pen, and you're ready to create. How do you go about doing that? Well, I'm going to show you just a little glimpse. This is a travel book. This is a vacation scrapbook. Okay, and what I did was I took all my vacation pictures and I weeded them way down. Then I printed the ones I wanted and looked at that pile, and that pile was still pretty heavy, but I knew I could make, this is 12-inch by 12-inch binder. I knew I could create a binder scrapbook and it would be very full, but it would all fit. And it certainly did. Now, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I created this entire album for my guide to vacation scrapbooking. So I do have an online class if you're interested. That's what we talk about. You can find a link for it below this video and on my blog as well. So you can get fancy, you can have a lot of fun, but you can also keep it simple. And I also, you know, you can do sometimes a big photo. You can do sometimes a lot of photos where you just put them in a page protector. Look, these are just photos glued to paper in a page protector. Just 4x6 photos, just glued right in there, because I had a whole bunch more photos and I didn't necessarily have a lot more to say, but I wanted them included. I wanted a bunch of shots. So there we go. You can make it simple. You can make it a lot of misty mixed media, meaning, you know, mixing different mediums, watercolors, paste, there's all kinds of stuff. Don't have to sweat that though. We don't have to get that fancy, but you can get fancy. You can use pocket pages that I mentioned before, where you just slide your photos in. And by the way, with the little pockets, don't worry, you can always crop your photos down or use the larger ones. You can use theme stickers. Here you see I've got theme stickers. I've got all kinds of stuff. Now here's what I get when I flip through this album, which I love so very much. Look, I don't even always have the same size pages. This is what I love about scrapbooking, is when I go through this, I get a cohesive look at this particular amazing and epic vacation. When I go through this scrapbook, I can look at all of the things like how we got to be the grand marshals at the ribbon cutting for the frozen gingerbread, and there they are in their dresses. Like, I get to remember all the super amazing, crazy, special things that happened on this trip and relive it. And I get to enjoy looking at, I like the details. I like the fun little stuff that I add in, and I have a fun time while on my vacation. I have a fun time putting my scrapbook together, and now I get to have a fun time all over again looking through it. So that's, guys, that's why I scrapbook. That's why I especially love vacation scrapbooking. If you're thinking about making a cohesive album, whether it's for a year, for an event, for a vacation, whatever, what I recommend doing is I like to print the photos. I like to just work. I think it's faster. I think it's easier. I work from the photos, but what I do, you see all those little tabs in there? I go through, and when I see photos that go together, I sort them out. So, for example, there's all the funny pictures from around our hotel. Okay, let's see, this one then is all the pictures of us with the Jurassic Park Raptor. So it's sorted out so that when I'm ready to work, I can pull out one of these sets. In this case, we have our Raptor friend. I can pull those pictures out, and I don't need a lot of stuff, remember? Just glancing at those, I'll tell you right now, I'd want craft cardstock. Okay, I find that you could do straight white, you could do gray, you could do black. I just find I have a hard time with those particular colors. And then I can look at, these two are the same picture, so I'm not sure why I printed that twice. But I can look at how I want to arrange my pictures. I can think about what words do I want to add, what story do I have to tell. I can think about if I have decorations, if I want to make decorations. And I go forth and enjoy the storytelling process. I hope you've enjoyed this little video of mine. If you have any questions, if you have any requests, anything at all to do with scrapbooking, crafting, whatever you've got, please feel free to share with me in a comment, leave me a blog post, shoot me an email, whatever you're comfortable with. I will see you next time.